So this is Dodo's Wrestling Fan Top 10 Best Wrestling Games of All Time. This is my second video, and why not? I know video games, I know wrestling, I know cars, I know guitar. Oh yeah, I do it all very well. So I might as well demonstrate you my top 10 wrestling games, my favorites. If you want them in order, go ahead. I'll do them in order if you want to. So, let's kick it off. Now, number 10. Sorry. WrestleMania 20 for the original Xbox. Only on Xbox. Emphasis, emphasis. So, it says, become a legend. How will you become the legend? A legend. Undertaker, Rob Van Dam, Chris Benoit. Oh my god, again, Randy Orton and John Cena. Oh my god, how long have these two been put together? Again, those two on the disc too. But I like the game. I think it's underrated too. Yeah, so number 9. SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. Together, you're unstoppable. I really don't know the concept. They tried to make a new tag team gaming system, which I don't know in this documentary. Yep, includes creating SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 feature. That's a good game. I don't mind it. It's number 9 for a reason. Mostly because it's the first game to ever feature a create a finisher. So, tag team explosion, create a finisher, new Inferno match, Road to WrestleMania storyline, much more improved. Disc inside looks like that. Number 8. SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Has to be a limited edition. And you know it's limited edition if it has Bret Hart, Undertaker, and Edge on the cover. This is your moment. Discover the path to greatness. This is the game that kind of started getting more realistic at this point. The graphics improved so much. I'm sorry, do you see that JVC thing in front of you? I'm sorry. I have to put that there. Anyway, so the games really started to improve with this Raw vs. SmackDown 2011. The table system improved, the ladder system, the physics got a whole bunch more real with this game. It got real. Good selection of superstars too. New Hell in a Cell. Basically, they just revamped the whole series. So, that was number 8. Yep. So I think it's now time for number 7, should it be? The year later, WWE 12. I think this has the best storyline out of any of the WWE games. It even won E3 awards. How odd is that? Bigger, badder, better. I like this game for its fantastic create arena option. I know that this was also in, I think it was Warzone, or Attitude, back for the PS1 and N64 era. But they brought it back, revamped it, and made it better, and that's the whole point of it. Which, but if you try to redeem that code, it doesn't work. I got a new too off Amazon. I think it's now time for 6, isn't it? 6! All-Stars! The reason why it's a great concept, but the moves are just so cartoonish. It takes me back to WWF in your house. Or WWF WrestleMania even. But they just made this game good. That's the issue. And you can actually play it too. The greatest WWE matches haven't happened until now. So you could have John Cena versus Hulk Hogan, Big Show versus Andre the Giant, CM Punk versus Stone Cold, you name it. Dream matches can happen in this game. Of course, my dream match, Chris Benoit versus Daniel Bryan. Both superstars on in the game. And that's the match I'd like to do most of all. So, yeah, it has to be for the 360 version. So your superstars are John Cena, Hulk Hogan, Randy Orton, Ultimate Warrior, Undertaker, Andre the Giant, Triple H, Macho Man, Rey Mysterio, Stone Cold, Sheamus, The Rock, Miz, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and more, and there is more. So yeah. So that was number 6, was it? Let me see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 8. So I think it's time for number 5. So, we have SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Not because it's most certainly a great game or anything, it's just, it takes me back to my childhood. You know, this was a game of my childhood and I really liked it. This was the game that got me into wrestling games. Well, actually, I can't really say that. It was the first real wrestling game I played. You'll see later. Unleash the Animal. 619 in the house. You know what? And for its time, the physics were good and the graphics were pretty good too. Sorry, I forgot. Now that isn't that good to happen, is it? That isn't good to have your game fall. 4. Number 4, Day of Reckoning, the original one for the GameCube. Only 4. Again, a game that takes me back to my childhood. Having a bad day at school one day. So, as a treat, my mom said, hey, would you like a new WWE game? I said, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'd love a new WWE game. Well, here you go. Day of Reckoning. Has Trish Stratus, Triple H, and Randy Orton on the cover. I finished the game twice. The story mode turns a rookie's dream into the superstar's reality. It truly does. The only thing I wish that is if WWE superstars at the time used the real voice instead of having to read stupid captions. Good list of superstars in here. And but there's only one other complaint that I have about the game is that there's no commentary in it. But really, I can't complain, and it's given us a lot of good memories. It's given this family good memories. Number 3. WWE 13. Waited a year to get this game because for some reason in Canada, it just isn't going down in price. But eventually, I got it. And for some odd reason in Canada, this game is more expensive than 2K14, which came out back in November. This game is still $59.99 for crying out loud. But, you know what? $59.99 well worth it. Live the revolution with its Attitude Era mode. New physics, new everything. Just, absolute fantastic game. And I think it's worth getting. Number 2. With every year, WWE amps it up with 2K14 for the PS3. So, the road to WrestleMania I liked better than the Attitude Era mode. Again, physics improved, a new line of superstars, as in you didn't have to pay money to download people like Damien Sandow and The Shield and Ryback. There's a whole bunch of people you can play as. And for some reason, Hulk Hogan, even though he's TNA, is in this game. He's just everywhere. Very thorough, very nice game. Although I haven't been able to figure out how to get 2 people on my shoulder. Although I have been able to do a mid-air finisher, though. Have a bland interior. So at number 1, what game is it? Well, you probably saw because I had all the games laid out. It's WWE Crush Hour! Although I know I may get some flack on the comments page about this, but for the love of God, this game is fantastic. It has cars, and it has wrestling. Those are 2 of my favorite things put together. And I have so many childhood memories attached to this game, too. Layeth the rubber down, it says. And I remember all of it. It's just so good. It's just so good. You know, going around the Iron Man arena, You know? And Brock Lesnar's army tank. Stone Cold's truck. You know? Jeff Hardy's wood-paneled wagon. I remember all this. And, truth be told, it has a special place in my heart. So, that pretty much does it for the top 10 wrestling games of all time. Which, by the way, man, I'm going to give you an honorable mention that, sorry if the camera didn't show my face, that didn't quite cut the cheese. And I'm not meaning in the way of passing gas. No, I'm talking about didn't quite make the list. And it was WWF SmackDown. Just bring it. It's because the graphics were a little bit low-key. The storyline wasn't that good. But it had a lot of matches in it. And it really was kind of an innovator, too. What do you expect? The game was in 2001. Anyway, so that pretty much does it for me. I'm going to do a crush hour. So this is Dono signing off. Oh god, I still don't know how to do his ending. Bye.